Hi guys, in this video we'll be looking at family laws. Now we're finished with social issues, so now we'll be looking at family laws. Now first up, we must ask, what are family laws? Family laws are laws focusing on family related issues. Well, these are really laws involving legal issues that's normally dealt with in family court. Now, family law consists of a body of statutes and case priority that govern the legal responsibilities between individuals in a domestic setting. Now, you might ask, what do I mean? Well, family law has a wide range of cases to deal with, and so they are called in order of priority, right? So we're going to be looking at some of these cases. So let's go. Issues family law focuses on. Now, first up, we will look at laws in relation to inheritance. That's number one. Number two, laws in relation to child care. Number three, laws in relation to divorce. Number four, laws in relation to separation. Number five, laws in relation to domestic violence. Now, we'll be looking through all of these. Well, each of these in detail, so let's get right into it. First up, laws in relation to inheritance. Now, first we must ask, what is inheritance, right? Inheritance is that which is inherited, whether a title, property, or estate that by law is passed on to the heir on the death of the owner. Now, a will is the legal instrument used to help describe the way in which inheritances are shared up among the beneficiaries, right? Now, persons such as relatives who are not on the will but demand to be given a share of the inheritance are barred or prevented by the will from having access or claims to inheritances. Well, even though in some countries claims can be made by children out of marriage, while in other countries they can't. Sad, but it's true. So, next up, we'll be looking at laws in relation to child care. Now, child care, you might ask what that means. Child care is really the act of nurturing a child until that child is of age. Well, to take care of his or herself, right? Now, what we'll be looking at where child care is parents are held accountable for children up until they are at the legal required age to be responsible for themselves. This age is usually 18 years of age, right? A lot of ages right there. Well, maintenance of this child can go over the required age again, based on the fact that a child may be disabled and finds it difficult to maintain his or herself. Or it could be a case as to where parents are maintaining the child financially in the case of education, right? Like tertiary level education, that could be it. However, after the required age, parents are no longer responsible for that child legally. It would be a matter of choice. You understand? Right. So next up, we'll be looking at laws in relation to divorce. Divorce. What really is divorce? Divorce is a legal dissolution of marriage, right? Or formal termination of a marriage, right? Now, an ending of a marriage is called an annulment. I don't know if most of you guys know, but it's called an annulment. The court must be sure that the marriage is irreconcilable and that it is a failure should these persons try to pacify things before an annulment takes place. No, an annulment cannot take place unless the court is sure that this marriage is a failure, a sure failure, right? No, if a marriage lasts for if a marriage lasts for a short period of time, say less than 2 years, a divorce will not be considered unless it's a really special case. I don't know what special case that is, but unless it's a special case, that can be granted. Right, so that's it for divorce. Next up, we have laws in relation to separation. What is separation? Separation is really the cessation of a cohabitation of a man and wife, either by mutual agreement or under a court order. Now, separation of a man and his wife does not end a marriage. What this does is give both parties space and legal rights. It is somewhat like a marriage, but it is not. It is not the end of the marriage. It's really a separation. So it does not end the marriage, but it is like a marriage. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? These are normally division of property or assets, as well as maintenance of child or children, if any present, right? Now, and they should also have access to rights, like visiting rights, right? So that's it for separation. Next we'll look at domestic violence. Well, that is something we all know about, domestic violence. So what does it really mean? What do we mean by domestic violence? It's really violence or physical abuse directed towards your spouse or domestic partner. Now, this law seeks to protect victims of domestic abuse as well as punish acts of violence, right? This law was made to help persons in not only legal marriages, but in common law relationship as well. In a case of domestic violence legislation, there are persons who are eligible to apply for protection orders, right? And persons who are not the direct victim can alert the relevant authorities of any domestic violence taking place close to them. I don't know if you guys know of anyone who is close to you, who is in a violent relationship, and you could report this to the relevant authorities. You don't really have to wait until the actual victim report it. You can report it as a neighbor, as a good neighbor. Alright guys, so okay guys, thank you for watching. That's the end of my video. Oh, I also want to thank everyone who has subscribed and also shared my videos to help others, of course. That's a very good job, right? So thank you guys. For those who have not yet subscribed, right, I'm urging you to do so in order to know when I release a new video, right? So if my video was helpful to you, please like, subscribe, and please remember to share. Okay guys, thanks, bye.